Oh, g'day again. Okay, I'm gonna try to talk about something that's difficult to discuss. So it's probably going to sound a bit like a bit of a rant. Anyway, okay. Yesterday morning, I woke up with a song playing in my head, and well, this is not unusual. It's usually something that I've heard on the radio recently, or something like that. But this time, this is a song that I knew. I didn't actually know the name of the song, but I knew the tune. And but I hadn't listened to it for probably 20 or 30 years at least. And it's not a song that I would have heard on the radio, because I doubt it would have ever been played on the radio. It's not a popular type radio song. Anyway, I come out with my morning coffee for a smoke, and said, okay, I'll look up and play the song that's in my head. And yeah, it took me a while to find it. And when I played it, I thought, I listened to the lyrics, and then I looked up the lyrics. I thought, wow, that's got a lot of relevance really to what's going on today. And yeah, I'll put the song in the comments, the link to it. Two songs actually. I'll explain the other one later, and I'll also put a link to the lyrics. Lyrics are quite unusual. And it speaks about going up above the trees and above the clouds, and remembering the words that were said, and then later on in the next verse, hearing the crowds below, and it also, in one verse, it says something about, is the fool with the crown. And corona means crown. In light of this last year, corona means crown. And there's also another one where it says, he's speaking about the magistrate, and he's speaking about going above the fear lines on his brow. That's a really strange line to have in a song. I've heard of frown lines and smile lines, but I've never heard of fear lines. And that's another whole thing with this year. It's people are in fear, and it's actually a fear of nothing, which I'm not going to explain in this video. I'll actually make another video explaining that. But it's nothing. It's a lie. The whole thing is a lie. Anyway, and then after I looked the lyrics up, I played it through again, and this time I played it right to the very end. And after the verses of the song finished, there's another song sung by possibly an English football crowd or something, with the verse, never walk alone. I thought, I know that song too. It took me a few hours to actually figure out what the song is, and looked it up. And the song is walk through the storm. And that just blew me away totally when I realised what that second song is, if you're familiar with the Terminator movie, there's a storm coming. Well, the storm's already here. We're in it right now. And but yeah, then I thought about the whole thing, and of course it can be put down to coincidence, but like, well, I'm 60 years old now, but since I got clean and became an active Christian, I've had so many things happen that could be put down to coincidence, except that there's too many to be coincidence. And the timing of them is also another thing that makes you rule out coincidence, And so I'm pretty much certain that this was a message from the Father. Maybe to me, or definitely to me, but whether he wanted me to share it, I don't know, or to other things. And it's basically, and this is the thing he's done, quite a few times over the years. He just gives me these little bits of reassurance, that he's there for me, and that he hears me, and that we're going to be all right. And and if you're watching this and you're an atheist, you probably think, that I'm a bit of a wacko or something. But if you're a Christian, well, then you've probably had many of these experiences yourself. Of course, they're different for every person. Some people have dreams, visions. Some people get audible voices. I've had probably what was as close as to an audible voice as it could even have been an audible voice. It's hard to remember in light of everything else, but that was a time when I was at a traffic light with my son, and the lights turned green, and I heard, "Wait." So I did, and about half a second later, a car comes screaming through a red light that would have just cleaned us up. We'd have been right in the middle of that had I not waited. But yeah, that could well have been an audible voice. It's just... This is an issue too. The devil likes to put doubts in your head, I get these little things happening, and then, the next day I'm questioning whether it happened. Did I just imagine that? But yeah, if you don't know Jesus, don't knock it without trying it. This is the most important thing. Not only in this life, but for eternity. This is so real. If you want to go looking for biblical proof, there's a ton of it. There's hundreds of prophecies that have been fulfilled to the letter. This prophecy's happening right now. That were written down thousands of years ago, and they're happening right now exactly the way they were said in the time that they were said. There's artifacts, there's Noah's Ark's been found, they found the Red Sea crossing, there's chariot wheels and shields under the water there, Egyptian ones. Mount Sinai is still burnt. There's, I could go on and on. There's just there's hundreds of proofs. If you want to go looking for proof first, but the only way you're going to get real proof is to ask Jesus for it. If you speak to Jesus, he will answer you in some way or another, you know. And it says this in the Bible, you know, knock and the door shall be opened. You know, and, you know, some people, and actually I put myself in this category, he'll push and push and push and push until you answer him. He'll keep knocking, he'll keep nagging at you. Yeah, until you answer, until you call on him. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm not saying, you know, go down to your nearest church, and I'm not totally knocking churches either. Churches serve their purpose, but churches, like everything else in this world, have been infiltrated. They've got, you know, Satan's got in there, and he's put his own people in there to, you know, bias the messages and to hide things from you. And, you know, and there's this big wrong false image of you've got to be this goody person to be a Christian, and, you know, do all these stupid rituals, and basically it's all bullshit, you know. You come to Jesus first, as you are, and, you know, he'll put it on you to change things about yourself, for sure. You know, he does that. You know, but you don't. You make the changes because you want to. That's how you become. It's sort of a hard thing to explain, but, you know, the changes are always a benefit. Anything he asks you to do will be for your benefit. So, yeah. But yeah, I can't stress that enough, you know. If you need to know the truth, ask. You don't have to go full priest. You know, you don't have to read the whole Bible first or try and know what you're talking about or anything. You know, you just go to a quiet place and you sincerely ask. You say, Jesus, I'd like to know that you're real, you know. Come into my life, let me know you're real. Show me the truth on things, and he'll do just that. Anyway, I suppose that's a bit of a long enough rave. I'm going to make another video shortly. I've been putting this one off for quite a while, but I've got to say something about what's been going on this whole year. You know, it's, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave that for the next video. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.